yous all doing, guys? It's Ravie Davie here, the Fresh Prince of the Morning Square. I'm joined with my partner,
Georgia.
This is the 10 Years In podcast. We're on episode 23, but this is the big 25th of December special, i.e. the
26.
Christmas special. I'm just saying the 25th of
All
December's
right.
Christmas, and this is the Christmas special.
Sorry,
Days
on
a
you go.
favour, right? This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do. You've got 2 years and 1 mouth for a reason, Georgia, right? You've to
Take your own
listen, no
fucking
talk.
advice.
Shut up, no kidding on. Anyway, as I was saying, I was on a roll there and she tried to pat me off it, know what I mean? She tried to bap me off it if somebody was in.
This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do.
But I know this is the Christmas special, that's why we're all Christmasified. I've got my Grinch jumper on. She's got her, she was obviously, after she bought my jumper and my wee hat, she couldn't actually afford the full jumper, so she's got a wee half a jumper there with no sleeves. We got to get her sleeves for her Christmas, know what I mean? So
Thank
she
you.
can finish it off. But as us, we're all Christmasified up.
Yes, it is. When you listen to this, it'll be Boxing Day. That's what I was trying to say to David. I actually thought he was going to say it'll be on Christmas Day, but Boxing Day is on the Thursday. So at this point, I hope you have all got hangovers. I hope Santa was good to you. I hope you had good Christmas dinner, because that's what will be happening with us. We don't normally have hangovers, but we're just talking in the car on our way up there, and we're like,
George's whatever party
do I
this year.
actually be hungover?
Basically, she wants content for the podcast when we get back.
We're just saying that as well. We've done so many episodes in the last couple of weeks that have been so squashed together. So we're looking forward to having like a break where we can come back and have all this new stuff to talk about.
I know, like, for example, I'll be moving room in the wrestling school.
You will be.
I'll be getting moved next
Also, as
door.
well, we just done a podcast with Big 5-0 this morning, so that'll be out, and people will be able to hear us.
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours of sitting talking, and it actually flew by.
I know, you never believed it, man. So it's good to know that we've got that in the bank as well for next year. If we're getting guests and that, we'll maybe come in for a wee bit longer.
Yes,
Cetera.
and also, well, the awards night will have been.
Aye, the
So-
Mora, buzzing for that one.
So we're recording the night before the awards, and David has got a special surprise for you at the end. You need to tune in and continue to listen to this episode.
I thought you were going to say like, David's got that special announcement that was because the day's the day my mum's anniversary. It's like, right, George. I thought you were getting it out there before I did, know what I mean?
You want to tell the podcast that it's your mum's anniversary?
So my mum's been dead 24 years today.
You said it was 25, I said it's been 24.
Georgia corrected me because it was on my big sister's thing with. No, I wasn't actually going to mention it. Just as funny that you said. I thought you were actually going to mention it. I think I was there just because of the way you were going into that.
Oh,
It was quite funny. So was it you said the day before? The day is the day before
The awards.
the
ceremony.
awards.
Yeah. So David's got a special surprise at the end of the episode. So just
That's yours.
hang on. But I just want to say as well, thank you so much to everybody who has followed along in this wee journey with us. Obviously, we started this only a couple of months ago. We didn't know how it was going to go. And both of us have really enjoyed it, and we're really happy this year that we actually started this. Obviously, I would say it's very early doors still, but I say that we've came from strength to strength.
I know it feels like it is weird. It's like I feel like a podcaster, you know what I mean? But also, I know that we've only just started it, and there's still got a long way to go. And we need to learn still a lot of tricks of the trade. We need to learn and stuff like that. We need to start going to podcasting conventions and learning.
Shut up,
but
please.
there is stuff we need to obviously learn. But
Aye.
it also feels like I've been doing it for ages now. Know what I mean? Which is mad.
Aye, it does. It feels like it's been a quick couple of months. I think it would be good when we come back to get some like organisation into the segments and proper things that we'll speak about religiously like every week. But it's just try to grow that and make sure we get the things that we definitely want to discuss.
Try to find what other people like as well. You know what I mean? Because there's no point in obviously I know there is like I always say with the wrestling. When I'm wrestling, I don't wrestle for myself. I wrestle for the audience. There's no point in going out there to do that. There's no point in going out and entertaining. There's no point in going out and wrestling if the people aren't entertained. You know what I mean? But it's hard. So that's the kind of idea that I've got for the podcast as well. I don't want, even though it's about us and stuff like that, I want it to be like what the people like. But it's a
Yeah.
bit harder. Because I've not got like a live reaction. I've not got people there sitting, know what I mean? Like I've not got like a studio audience or anything like that. So it'd actually be eventually one day if we ever get to do like live shows, that'll actually be a good way to gauge like segments and stuff like that, because you do to tell what people like more.
But thank yous to yous, who've interacted, liked, shared the podcast and stuff like that, because all these wee things, all the wee reviews, all the comments and stuff you give us are really encouraging.
Honestly, you should see the way me and Georgia get pure buzzing when somebody talks about the podcast. It's mental. I don't obviously maybe know as much for Georgia because she's like, what's the word? You don't. So Georgia maybe is like kind of new to still like even though she's been dealing with me, being like putting myself out there all the time. She's kind of new to doing it herself. Whereas like, without sounding big headed, I'm used to getting a lot of compliments and stuff like that. But about what I do, about the work with the wrestling and people saying that's class. I talk about my viral videos I watch, you doing this and that.
Yeah.
So like, not to sound like a dick.
She's basically a rookie.
She's a rookie. But I'm trying to say is, but what I'm trying to say. So I'm an expert in this game, as maybe what you say. But so like, not to sound like a dick, but like when somebody's telling me, oh, they're a big fan of the TikTok and stuff like that. Like, it's no, obviously I still appreciate it, but it's not like the way I first felt. But see, when like anybody says anything good about the podcast, I feel all people giddy, and I'm like, yes, it's
that's
like,
nice.
Please watch it, please tell other people. But I just love it. It's because I feel like as well, I feel like a big responsibility on my shoulders for the podcast to do well. Because I told Georgia for ages, this will be brilliant. The two of you really need to do this. It will go well as well. Like, you can't, because no point in telling, oh, we'll do this podcast, it'll be pure shite and nobody will watch nothing, because then you'd never want to watch it. So obviously I'm like, no, we will have a fan base, we will have people that want to be involved, we will have people that want to like watch us, and then obviously now we actually have got people doing that. It's like the validation, but also I need to work to help it. I need to keep working to make it grow in that as well. I feel more pressure doing this sometimes than I do when I'm wrestling or anything like that. Not even just because I feel like I've no forced Georgia to do it, but Georgia would never have Georgia would never have turned around to me with Carrie why I start a podcast. No, and it was me a lot of the one doing it, and then so I feel like then it's down to me to prove to Georgia that it was the right thing to do, which I think we're getting there. I think you enjoy it and all that kind of stuff.
I agree.
So you said we were on 50s podcast today. How was it like being on the other side of the microphone or the couch or whatever, the patter buffet as he likes to call it?
Really strange. So 50 obviously was very professional. He had that iPad with the questions wrote down that he wanted for us, and although we were on for over 2 hours, you basically spoke like really long. Anytime 50 asked a question, you were like gone on for ages. So I think majority of the podcast I'm probably just got to be sitting staring at you, because I'm like, you were just explaining everything, especially as well. A lot of the things that we spoke about were around about wrestling, community pro wrestling, where we see it going and stuff like that. And if there's anything more passionately in the world that you want to talk about, that was it. So you were just excelling in every question that was asked. And
I was getting to that. I was like, got like, George, do you want to answer this question on? Because I was wanting to make sure. I could just imagine that. Because I wasn't trying to hog just the way it was happening, but I was just imagining we're going to go here and I'm going to get my boys chewed for just it being a podcast with basically me and 50 just talking like that. But was the point of me even being here not? So I was like, no, I can't let that happen.
I wasn't bothered.
I need to make sure George is involved.
No, I just kept thinking, God, I know how tired I get so quickly, and I need to come here the night and
That's
talk.
what I'm saying. No, it was end up the opposite. I thought I was going to get in trouble for not getting Georgia involved. I get in trouble for getting her involved. She's like, one time I kind of zoned out for the question 50 asked you and you turned around with a cat to me. So do you want to answer that, Georgia? And I started just answering a question I didn't even fucking hear.
Exactly. I did hear him and I was like paying attention, but I knew that the question was directed to you. But then you must have been conscious that you'd been talking so much, and you said, do you want to answer that? And I'm thinking, well, no, it's not about me.
See, after you said, like, see when you said that, I can pure remember, I can't actually pinpoint it.
Because obviously we pure know our facial expressions really well.
See the time when you did answer, I was like, wasn't really what was asked. Not,
well,
but
exactly.
Obviously I wasn't going to call you in, but then see when you mentioned it later, then you obviously mentioned that, and I was like, that'll be why I thought that, not because she actually wouldn't have been listening.
Exactly. It wasn't I wasn't listening.
I know,
just
you know what I mean? You're
obviously for me.
You're just like, this question's no for me, I'll fucking listen into what David said or whatever. Not being there, I'm like, right, what you saying?
See, as well, I was just conscious the full time in my head, because me and you are sitting next to each other. So I'm just turning around staring at you the full time.
Anytime the way 50's mics are and all, it's like here and it pokes in, right? So anytime I was going, my monster was doing anything I was going to do to get my monster, I was coming back up. the mic was like falling like a parrot on my shoulder, man. It was like coming after me. I'd come down, I'd get back up, and it'd be there, it'd be moving. I'd need to lift up and put it forward.
But he's so funny.
Oh no, some boy, man. That's what I say. And as well, it means we'll get another episode or two on the podcast, because we never actually spoke about anything like us as a couple or anything like that. It was more just all to do with the wrestling and stuff, which is good, because we've got a lot of stuff coming up with the wrestling next year. Like 50 will be making his wrestling debut and stuff like that. But obviously, one of the reasons we own the podcast was kind of to tell our story to 50's audience and that. Know what I mean? I feel like we didn't even scratch the surface. So that's something that'd be good to do next year. Also, if anybody else has got like podcasts that maybe watch this just to like, see what we're doing, if we'd love to come on to yours, we kind of want to get out there and talk to people and learn for other podcasters and stuff like that, people that are doing this stuff, because I know I'm taking it seriously. I know Georgia's taking it seriously, the way she's chinning me every Monday about what we're doing and what's going to be on the podcast and stuff. So it would be good to just go in and get an insight of other people and just get better, because that's what you need to do with stuff like this. You can't just go on and talk for an hour or two. You need to learn all the wee different ins and outs. There's a reason people like Joe Rogan and Shits and Gigs and the numerous wrestling or basketball podcasts I listen to are all successful. It's not because like, I remember the ones I listened to like, when I started listening were only the same as the ones I know. It's because you need to progress and get better and stuff.
I agree with you. Right, so we're going to play a wee game of Top 5.
Top 5.
Christmas edition. So I've picked 3 topics. Curtis, like, I don't want to talk because I'm singing all week, so don't bring me into this. So you can let me know if you want to join in. He's like, he's put his thumb up. He's not even saying any words. His own voice. What does he say? Boisterous?
What?
Is it vocal
Vocal rest?
Vocal rest.
Honey? You didn't drink the honey?
What?
You been taking the honey?
Oh, I love a wee teen honey.
Right, so
I was on that in Ireland at the weekend, man. I see the boy CBL, right? He's actual like parties like gimmick, not I mean when they announce them, they go like, they call him the sugar. You go like, he's the sugar in your tea.
Right.
I didn't have fucking any sugar in these first, man, for the teas, man. I was thinking fucking sugar with honey, man. I was raging. No, actually, to be honest, I ended up getting used to the honey in the tea. It's actually not that bad. I felt like felt cleaner. No, I mean, it felt like cleaner.
I did Manuka honey.
I felt when I was drinking it, just felt clean. It didn't feel like I don't know if I love a sugary tea, but you know what I mean. When you drink a sugary tea, man, you can just feel like
the grit.
Aye, like the.
I get you. Right, okay, so we're going to play a game of top 5s. So I want to know your top 5 favourite Christmas dinner items. Your top 5 Christmas characters like the Grinch, etc. And top 5 Christmas songs.
Right.
So, who wants to go first? Do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, we'll go with Christmas characters first.
Why don't we all do it? All 3 years.
Right.
We do it like a draft.
What do you mean?
So you pick somebody and then that means you need somebody else can't pick that one.
The ultimate Christmas draft.
Oh, right, you two can play against each other and I'll watch.
Why don't we hear what your 2 favourites are, and I'll give you my favourite of each, right?
Right.
So you give me your top 5 and I'll give you a favourite from mine.
Right, my top 5 for the Christmas dinner, right? Number 1 is everybody's favourite, really. If you're saying it's not your favourite, you're a liar or you're a vegan, and it is the pigs in blanket.
Correct.
Number 1, stick that up there. If you don't like it, but if it's not your number 1, I don't know what you're at. It's two absolute staples of food. The what's it called?
Just pick your numbers.
Right, that's number 1.
Right, it's
Right.
number 2.
Number 2, I'm partial to a wee roast tatty. Love a roast potato. So I'll stick that in there. 3 needs to be the turkey or the meat, whatever meat it is you're eating. The meat is a big part of it, obviously.
What meat you eating?
What? Wait till you get an issue. See what me having. Whatever meat your mom puts on the plate.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Number 4, right? I don't actually know if it's a Christmas staple, but your mum makes them every year for Christmas, so it's one of my staples. The wee crickets, man, that your mum makes, I love them. They are beautiful. And then 5th, obviously, is the gravy.
Nice. Good suggestion. Good choice. Right, so mine is number 1, pigs in blankets. Number 2, roast totties.
Copying, can't.
I'm not copying it. It's like the game's a game, as you would say. Number 3 is the steak pie because I don't have
Right,
turkey.
but-
I have something completely different from everybody else.
You have a wee New Year's dinner.
On the
You hug-
25th.
Have you hugged me in dinner, man? 6 days early.
And number 4, I wasn't going to say Kits, but now you've said them, now that you said that,
Fucking full list, man.
I know, I'm sorry.
To be fair, I'm going back and changing it. I'm changing my gravy to the soup, right?
Oh, aye, good idea. And then number 5 is the mash because she geezes a couple. Now
Aye.
that's mine's is just
Maggie's,
carbs
roast tatties.
on carbs. The veg is a non-existent thing in my world.
I eat the vegetables. Whatever your ma puts down the plate, I'll eat it.
Do
to
you
be
eat the
fair.
stuffing and all, do you know?
I eat whatever your ma sticks in that plate. I'm not telling your ma I don't like it. No,
Do you like prawn cocktail?
No, but I don't. Obviously, I tell your ma I don't want that.
Aye,
I'd pick this soup for a starter.
yeah.
I'll eat whatever pudding your ma comes out. I usually end up eating everybody else's plate and
It's
whatever's
normally
left
like the
there.
Marks and Spencer's like chocolate log
With the
kind.
cream.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know, that's 6th, obviously.
yeah. Right, what about you, Curtis?
Oh, pigs and blankets. Number 1.
Yes.
It's got to be. Roast totties. 2. I actually love what's the thing? It looks like chips, but it's no chips. What's that?
Oh, parsnip.
Parsnips. I like parsnips.
I'm
Uh,
going to make my top 10.
I like parsnips. We do gammon, so we do a selection of meat like turkey, chicken, and things. So
I just
gammon.
said the meats, not I mean,
So,
so
like, the
some
meats, so-
people are different.
Yep.
Go with meats, and then I feel like I messed this up, but a Yorkshire pudding.
Oh, nice.
That's a
Got
roast,
a
man.
bit
You
them.
think the Yorkshire pudding at
No,
Christmas?
we do Yorkshire puddings. Aye.
Aye,
Aye, fair enough, man.
they are good though.
Aye,
My house is like a Toby
Then
Carvery.
Yorkshire pudding. That changes the full thing. No, I mean, I'd be sliding Yorkshire pudding probably in at 3 then if that was the case. Know what I mean? And then it'd move the meat back. Then the crickets would be moved back. I would fuck my full list up, to be fair. Know
You'd
what I mean?
rearrange the full order.
If Yorkshire puddings are dynamite.
Aye, I don't think my mum
Well,
makes
actually,
it.
Yorkshire pudding could, because you get the Yorkshire pudding that's that exists at market and stuff like that, don't you? So
Yeah,
suppose maybe, aye.
We defos do a big bowl of them, just right in the table.
Bowl.
yeah. I bet they're a family
Big
favourite.
bowl.
Aye.
Yeah,
Oh, we're feeding for like 8, 9 sometimes.
aye. Quite a lot of yous.
Many
Mate.
others, your ma's me, you, your ma,
Greg,
Greg, Shannon,
Scott, Rue, Bo,
Rubo,
my granny Stephen.
Granny Stephen. Man, mate, fuck's sake, man. We need that
Same
bowl.
here.
My family versus your
We need
family.
that fucking bowl of Yorkshire puddings, man. Stat. Martin, if you're listening, get the Yorkshire
I
pudding bowl.
know. I bet you I get a text on Boxing Day when this comes out like, all right, I'll get you
Next year.
Yorkshire puddings for next year.
You can't go wrong.
Definitely.
Can't go wrong with them.
Oh, I can't wait for Christmas dinner.
I know, that is actually my favourite. I love going to your ma's, man.
I know. And then all the leftovers.
We've
for the
actually
next
feel
day.
like we've found some games that we can actually play this year instead of that. No
Aye.
offence to Greg or nothing like that. My damn isn't because they were all playing need to ever get.
Oh, I've
It's
got another
because
game
we
for you
always end up
after
getting
this.
Oh, good. My mum's bought the game off a TikTok shop that you keep seeing on probably on your
Karaoke.
For You page, and it's like the song comes on, you need to pull the microphone and sing. So if they say like the word you comes
Huh.
out, you need to find a
That's
song
cool.
with the word you, but you need to
I
sing
need
it
that
through the microphone. So
Oh,
aye,
hello.
that'll be good. Aye.
Hello.
No. And that's podcast cancelled.
I'm a Celtic fan, so let's say it's banter. It's banter if I do it.
Right, okay, so top 5 Christmas characters.
Top 5 Christmas characters. Obviously, number 1 needs to be your jolly old Saint Nick. You know what I mean? It's no Christmas without old fucking Kris Kringle, my man. You know what I mean? So we obviously have to put Saint Nick, Nicholas, Santa Claus, Big C Sizzle. Need to stick him up there. Number 2, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Nice.
Santa's no getting to drop the presents off if he hasn't got his guiding light with a big fucking bulbous nose, know what I mean? Third, The Grinch. I like The Grinch. Grinch's a great movie. The Grinch also is actually a good guy deep down. He just got messed about when he was a wee boy, bullied and that. I like The Grinch. Grinch is also, I don't know, one of the reasons I like The Grinch so much is I don't know if you've seen lately about like the people that go to the house as Grinch
That's hilarious
Oh.
to smash it.
and just smash house up. Actually, because the wrestling school shuts on the 21st of December, so if anybody needs a Grinch to come to the house for the 22nd, 23rd or 24th, hit me up and I'll do it. This will be at the 26th, so I'm fucked.
You should do a post though, but that's funny.
Aye, definitely. I actually want to do that now. I'll come and knit your houses up for you. Aye, they're class, to be fair, the guys that go and do that. Imagine paying £200 to do that to get somebody to come in and just fucking wreck your house, man. Crazy. I'd do it for 50. Fourth, Buddy the Elf, Elf the movie, like him,
Yes.
great wee character, funny movie that is and all. Sounds like I'm ranking my movies here, but I'm no. And the fifth, Jesus.
I was going to
Just-
Jesus. Because when you said something, it made me think.
No, actually, that's a lie. Mr. Hanky the Christmas poo.
Oh.
He actually probably won, to be honest. He's probably everybody's moved in one.
Aye.
Mr. Hanky's number one. Howdy ho.
Right, okay, so mine's is Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Kevin
Culkin.
McAllister.
Yeah, Kevin McAllister, Jack Frost,
Right.
Elf, The Grinch. What you got to say? You got to say I'm copying you again?
No, I'm going to say, look, he's a rundown of why and what they do.
All right. Jack Frost is so nice in that movie. The wee guy absolutely falls in love with him. It's so cute.
His dad?
Well,
Is his dad obviously
but
falls in love with
I'm
him?
not talking about his dad. I'm talking about Jack Frost.
All right, what
You
about
said about the characters.
fair.
What are you getting wide for?
Jack Frost could also be the snowman for the Iron Brew. Aren't that?
So it could, but I'm not talking about. I'm talking about Jack Frost.
in the air.
You
Don't
nicked
know
my
where
iron
I'm
brew.
going to land. He
Um,
nicked my iron brew and let go of
I
my
also
hand.
love the guy in Home Alone, the wee guy that breaks. Is he called Harry? When they break out of the house.
Dan
Pesci,
DeVito?
Joe Pesci.
I Danny
Oh, no, Joe
DeVito,
Pesci. No, Joe Pesci. It is Joe Pesci.
Aye.
Danny DeVito. Wow. Joe Pesci.
I know.
Greatest, one of the
Of course,
greatest
it's
actors ever.
Aye, him.
Come on, play again.
I love him, so he's my number 5. Nobody said Santa yet.
I said Santa. I said Santa at the start. Chris Kringle's Santa Claus.
Oh.
Jolly old Saint Nick.
I think he's talking about the actual Santa Claus, whereas you're probably talking about Santa Claus for the film.
Aye.
You're talking about Tim Allen.
All right. See, I don't know actors' names.
I was told we just like the characters like Christmas lore, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Okay.
Rudolph, I did Rudolph's the second.
Okay. Why is there an argument with you?
It's not an argument.
Curtis, what about you?
Buddy the Elf, number 1. Obviously
Nice.
standard. The Grinch, got to be number 2. 3, I'm actually going to go with John McClane, Die Hard. Because it's a Christmas film. Come at me, bro. 4, Buddy the Elf. Did I say Buddy the Elf?
That
He was number one.
He was number 1,
to
didn't
be
I? Aye,
fair.
Buddy the Elf.
So if he's went for 1 to 4.
Tim Allen. Santa Claus, definitely him. And to finish up for number 5, oh God, which one is it? What's his face? Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. in
That's what I
Jingle
was
All the
just
Way.
about to say.
that?
Aye. That's so
Turbo
good.
Man.
Aye.
Look at that
He's
Turbo
getting the
Man.
wee
It's turbo
toy.
time.
Big Show's in that
Time.
movie.
Is he?
Aye, Big Show's in that movie.
Aye, I was
the big
gonna say
Santa
him.
fights at the end.
But I know he was got to say he's not a character, but
do
he
you-
is, isn't he?
Do you know I'll get a film I love? It's Daddy's Home. Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg's one.
I don't think
It's all about kind of Christmas.
I can't think
They've
of
got
sorry.
one.
Daddy's
two.
Home.
Daddy's
you know,
Home.
Daddy's Home. The second one, John Cena's in.
Aye. See that bit at the
Really?
end?
We've definitely
aye.
seen the second one. I don't know if we've seen the first one.
Aye.
Should see that. I like that film. at
Is it-
Christmas.
is it
Aye,
good?
it's good.
I still
That's
want to go
really
and see that one. It's in the pictures of new. It's saying
Oh,
the
Red
Rock
One.
is in it.
Sorry,
Aye.
we'll just wait till
Sorry.
Did you go?
Aye.
Is it not good?
Nah.
I
It'd
just
be
love
better if
watching
I've
the
gone and
Rock.
seen Wicked.
What?
Be better if I've gone and seen
You
Wicked.
would be better going to see Wicked. Get nominated.
Did
by
you
the way.
go?
Yeah, aye. Get nominated for
You
4.
went without you.
Get nominated for 4. What's some sort of awards, Golden Globes or something like that.
Oh, really? Amazing.
Something like that.
They'll win
Anyway,
the Oscars and probably get win the Oscars. For
I
something.
think she'll win it. Oh, she was phenomenal.
They'll have
Is she?
one of the.
The lassie that played the
Ariana
Elf.
Grande will win something, a singing Oscar and all that.
I actually could see her win it as well. I don't think there's been a movie out this year that's been that amazing compared to that. That's been
Really?
a pure. That's what I would call a blockbuster,
Wow.
like proper blockbuster.
There you go.
Need to go at Christmas.
You should go. There's still hundreds of showings.
Oh,
Right, so
really?
we talk about the podcast.
Yeah, but aye. Okay. You've twisted my arm.
Twisted your nipple. Whistle.
Jingle bells.
Right. Okay, so I've got more things I want to talk about Christmas related. So I've got a wee Christmas Am I the Arsehole?
Yeah.
So, yeah. you are the arsehole though, that's
No.
the actual problem.
How am I an arsehole?
What, you
I
just
didn't get in trouble today because George was shouting at me, man. I had itchy balls, so I was scratching them. She's like, what you did, man? I was like, I'm scratching my balls, man.
No, it was because
No, I mean, Jesus, I thought somebody with eczema would have been able to relate. No, I mean, having an itch that you need to scratch, man. Fuck's sake.
anytime I'm scratching, you tell me to stop.
No, that's for your safety. No, I mean, got end up with gangrene in there because you're scratching right through, man. End up digging a hole to China for there, man. Fuck's sake, man. I just had very itchy bollocks, man.
No, it's because we were typing up the winners of the award. I'm typing up the winners and I'm trying to check in with him. And he's scratching his balls and yawning at the same time. I said, "Do you listen?"
I was multitasking. I was doing 3 things at one time: scratching,
Watching a
yawning,
video.
and listening to you, and watching a video. 4 houses, guys, can't multitask, man. I'm fucking doing it all. I'm stepping up while the rest of these men's fucking take a step back.
Right. Okay, here we go. So, am I the arsehole?
Yes.
So, I have children aged 16, 14, 12 and 9. The 9-year-old still
She was
believes in Santa.
promiscuous.
Go on, what?
Sorry. I was just saying she was promiscuous.
The 9-year-old still believes in Santa. My ex-wife and I have been divorced for 5 years. We share time on Christmas no matter whose day it is, and we alternate every year for who has them in Santa and where they wake up. Except Santa Claus comes to my ex's house, whether it's her year or mine. Am I the asshole here for not wanting her to do Santa when it's my year? Her excuse, what she told my 9-year-old, is that Santa knows that they live at her house. So not only are we now competing on Santas, but she's putting me in a position of doing Santa at my house on her year if the logic presented to my 9-year-old is to be perceived.
Aye.
No. If the logic presented to my 9-year-old is to be preserved,
Perceived, like basically saying if the 9-year-old perceives that Santa is real,
Aye.
then he's obviously why is he not drafting off my dad's stuff the year he's drafting off
exactly.
my dad's. So then obviously the dad's obviously thinking, we'll keep going, but I'm saying the dad's probably thinking, well, what happens when the man realise Santa isn't real? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
He said, I guess I could be an asshole for denying my kids 2 rounds of Santa every year. He said, I don't think there should be any challenges regarding Santa. The lifestyle, shall we say, are no means equivalent between the 2 houses. So he's obviously getting like wound up because the missus is saying that.
What was the last bit that said there?
Do you want to read it?
No, what was the
because you
last
keep talking all the top of it, it's making me nervous.
I feel like I need to read that to understand it. I don't think it's the way you've said it. I think it's just I'm trying to picture it in my brain. What?
Right, I have children ages 16, 14, 12 and 9. The 9-year-old still believes in Santa. My ex-wife and I have been divorced for 5 years. We share time on Christmas no matter whose day it is, and we alternate every other year who has them for the Christmas Santa wake-up. Except Santa comes to my ex's house, whether it's her year or mine. Am I the asshole here for not wanting her to do Santa when it's my year? Her excuse, what she told my 9-year-old, is that Santa knows they live at her house too. So not only are we now competing on Santas, but she's putting me in the position of doing Santa at my house on her year if the logic presented to my 9-year-old is to be preserved. I guess I could be the asshole for denying my kids 2 rounds of Santa every year, except I don't think there should be dueling Santas. The lifestyles, shall we say, are by no means equivalent between the 2 houses. Right, I get it now, because I was basically, I think the last bit is meaning that he's maybe saying that she's got more money than him.
That makes sense.
That's what it's saying at the end. And if that's the way I'd see it, I must have food in here, fuck. I was going to get me in trouble in a second. Well, actually, I'd take and get that phone to be fair, man. Didn't think it that far enough. It depends, right? It really depends, because there's a lot of ways it could be the arsehole or it couldn't, you know what I mean? I think if the 2 of them have agreed, right, that 1 year they'll be doing Santa at his house, and then the year after they'll be doing it at her house, and then she's doing it and he's no here, then he's no the arsehole, you know what I mean? Maybe she's the arsehole. But if they've not agreed upon that, if he just thinks, oh, when Santa's coming to my house and he's not to go to her house, then if they've not agreed upon that, then I'd say he is being the arsehole, because then he is depriving his wains 2 sets of presents when it is his year. And fair enough, if he doesn't have the money to provide it when it is her year, then again, I don't know why they split up, but it's one of the ones, and I don't know if he's wanting to be fair on that, maybe don't split up then, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, the boys obviously working their arse off, probably doing a lot of things to be able to provide for the wains, so why should she not be able to treat them if she does make more money than that? Then the guy, it's not really her fault that her ex doesn't make as much money. So it just depends on what the terms are, because at the end of the day, it's not as if when she's doing the wains being outdone or anything like that. No, I mean, it's not as if the wains be suffering for it, like that. So only really I'd say she's the arsehole if she said to him, right, the two of them discussed it. Aye, the Wayne believes in Santa, so it'll kind of mess him up if like it's got to both hussies and stuff like that. If they'd agreed upon that, then fair enough. But if they've not agreed upon it, then he has been the arsehole if he's trying to get her to stop buying them their presents, because at the end of the day, it's the Wayne that's getting their
Suffering
stuff.
through it. I agree.
I don't think it's necessarily that, for what I'm listening to, I don't think it's that he's moaning about her having presents for her,
I think he's
the kid. I think it's the fact that she's saying that no, Santa's going to be at this house always. So then the Wayne will be like, well, why would I need to go to my dad's then?
Aye.
If Santa's going to be here, I'm going to get my presents from my dad anyway. So that dad's no having the opportunity to say like,
maybe.
Santa's visited my house this year, because Santa knows that Santa's going to be at your house the next year.
Aye.
So that, as you say, that's something that they've had to decided together to say, look, she obviously still believes in Santa, because he is still real, by the way, for anybody listening. So he is, but they need to be saying to her, like her, oh, Santa knows you're going to be at your dad's house this year, but he knows you'll be at your mum's house next year.
Exactly.
So they two are only working together. So it sounds like they're both being arseholes, but the mum in particular sounds like it's been, from his point of view, sounds like she's been an arsehole, in my opinion.
That's
It's
what
also,
I took for it.
That a lot of stuff like that is who's giving the opinion, and I'm sure if she was to like, and not, I mean, you'd be like,
There's always two sides to a story, isn't there? Well, there's
Exactly.
three sides, sorry.
It is, and obviously as well, the mum's probably, depending on how it is, the mum's thinking, oh, I don't want to share.
It could be worse. No, I mean, the way I see it, it could be that every year the Wayne goes to his house and the Wayne gets presents, and then he goes to the Moz and doesn't get anything that year. No, I mean, that would be much worse. Like, at least the Wayne's getting clothed and fed, but obviously if it is making the dad look a bit worse, then it is shite, obviously. But
I think it's that she's tried to up day one up at him, being like, well, Santa knows that you live here, saying stuff like that. Santa knows you live here, because obviously she must watch the Wayne all the time. Well, exactly.
Because at first when you were reading it, I was kind of thinking it was like, oh, he stays more at the Moz house, so Santa's bringing more presents there, because you know you stay there and like that's a bit shite, but also I'd kind of get that logic and all. I mean, if that's the house that you stay in, then obviously you're going to get there.
But hey, Santa's magical. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're not. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I'm pretty sure he can tell where you are.
Exactly.
You can get bad or good and deserve a mistake bake.
Just reminded me one year when it was just me and Bo, and so it was me and Bo on Christmas morning, and obviously.
What year was that? Must have been year one.
It was. Aye, so.
Where are you? I was there.
Aye, well, he obviously was dead young. So when Bo. Aye, there was just me and Bo there. No, I think there was 1 year. You stayed with Mandy.
His very first Christmas would have been 9 months or something.
No. So obviously. Anyway, he was dead wee, and it was just me and Bo in the morning. I think it was the year you stayed with Mandy, because she was herself as well. And Bo got up in the morning and he opened his presents. He was halfway done, and he turned around and he looked at me and he says, "Where's your presents?" And I said, "Oh, I don't get any, pal." And he's like, "Here, have one of mine." Aye, so he's like, "Here you go, have one of mine." He gave me one of his DVDs. That was the cutest thing ever. I felt so emotional.
It's wee heartfelt, boy. We felt.
Aye, isn't he? So we have done a wee food review today, because we hadn't done it, and we thought the day whilst I was off work after the 50s podcast, we went to try the Paisley Pie Company.
Yep.
So this has been ranting and raving our social media. I would say I've saw it loads. I don't know if it's because I've just been searching for it. People are going wild for it, because they do, chasney pies,
nacho pies,
pizza pies,
but not the type that you know.
Scotch pies,
steak and gravy, macaroni, doner kebab, South Indian culture chicken pie, haggis pie, black pudding pie, lots of different pies.
All the pies.
Right.
And so we went today, and I got a Scotch pie and a macaroni pie. Never tried a macaroni pie before in my life. Every time I used to see it in Greg's when I was wee, I thought, why would you want to eat that? But wow, I've been missing out. That's what I get for no trying stuff.
Exactly. Macaroni pies are delightful. How did you rate that?
That was, to be fair, right, I really liked them, but I thought with the big hype they were going to blow me away. Whereas people maybe think it's a pie cam down, but I just felt like, but it's maybe because I got ones that are maybe a bit more plainish.
So see, I didn't look it up at all, which obviously I never do with stuff. I usually just hear about it when I go. And I just for some reason thought it was going to be like big. You know, you get like American apple pie and it's like bigger, right? I thought it was going to be like like a mince pie, but like that, or like a kebab pie, but it was like a big massive one, and that was what all the hype was about. So I actually got after a bit of a bad start, not gonna lie, you know what I mean? They came out and I got asked for a steak and gravy pie, and it was honestly, it was named after one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, because it was absolutely a stone cold steak pie, you know what I mean? So it was freezing cold, and I was like, Georgia, is that cold? Not, I mean, I've been trying. I was thinking, oh, is this like Greg's where they cook the things for you, and then once you order it, if the heat's away, that that's you're up shit's creek. No, it's like, 'cause it's a bit shocking if they're letting you sit in, if that's the case. Not, I mean, give me a fucking stone cold steak pie, man. So I said to her, she's like, she kind of looked at me as I was daft and on, and she went for, she's like, oh fucking hell, that is freezing. She took it back, got another one. But then by then the pies took a bit longer to get, because then luckily me, I fought on my feet before then. I ordered myself a soup and a panini, and I tell you what, there should be the Paisley Panini Company, man, because the panini and the soup was banging, by the way. When I go to steak pie, it was nice, man, but again, I think like I was in a wee mood because it came out. I wanted to eat my pie first and then eat my other stuff, and then, you know what I mean, my wee ADHD plan hadn't went in my plan, so I think I was a bit of a mood. So I didn't like it as much as I maybe would have if that was what I did at first. The South Indian garlic chili pie, right? It's not really something, it's a novelty. You know what I mean? You're not going to, maybe there is people going to order it every day.
It was really busy.
But I can't see you going to order that pie every day, but not, I mean, that and like the kebab pie and that, I'd imagine they're just like
something to try, I would imagine, yeah.
But the steak pie was really nice, big chunky bits of steak and stuff like that. I would just, as I said, a bit pissed off that it came out cold at first, so that's how I was like, the video Georgia, 6 out of 10, that. So I would give the panini, I would rate that panini and that soup up there with a lot of stuff I ate. It was actually fantastic, with a wee bit of coleslaw I was scooping on it, oh, really, really good. 9 out of 10 for the A2. The pies, but honestly, they are about a 6 man for them, because it's called the Pie Company, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking this is gonna be fucking groundbreaking, you know what I mean? And honestly, I'd have preferred a Watson's pie.
Same. So Watson's Pie is a wee bakery down Govan that has been there forever, and the pies in there are honestly unreal.
I know, I used to get them free all the time because Dean's granny worked
there, man.
Oh,
did you? But either like crispy on the bottom and so soft on the top, and people probably watch this and be like, you're just saying that because you're from Govan, but
Alex Ferguson talks about them in his book, so Alex Ferguson literally mentions Watson's pies in his book, genuinely his actual. I'm
no surprised, they are so good.
You were actually a wee bit surprised when I said that, you went, what, really?
Well, no, I just mean like, whoa, when you eat them, they are unreal. You just like to annoy me. I'm not rising, because I will be rising in a minute once you
Big Bird, Sesame, Big Minge Energy.
He's found this fucking trend on TikTok, and he's been singing it all day, and it says Big Minge Energy.
Is that a good thing? If I said you've got Big Minge Energy, how would you feel about that?
I would be quite offended, to be fair, but it doesn't take much.
Mad Queen Vic, man, she's screaming it, you know what I mean?
Is she?
Your mum's on benefits. Your dad's went mad off the cannabis.
Right, so we're coming to the end of the episode, and you wanted to surprise the team with a wee change of outfits. So yes, so you wanted to do a Curtis and do your wee podcaster's bum and crawl along the floor. We should have done like a best bits of the last couple of episodes, or the last couple of months, to be fair, and it would have definitely, one of them would have been Curtis trying to walk by. Curtis trying to fight with the cleaner on the second week when the bell even knew him. And then when Curtis tried to crawl by, I forgot to tell you this, Curtis, and I just remembered about 10 minutes ago that I was in the gym, and one of my pals in the gym listening to this religiously every week, and she said that she's like, I love it when Curtis cuts in and talks. And I was like, oh really? And she said, he's just got a cracking voice. It's just one of them that you could sit and listen to all day.
Oh, thank you very much.
I was like, there you go, we compliment for Curtis.
That's my singing thing.
Exactly. So if you
maybe in the next studio I'll put a camera in.
Exactly, you should. So Curtis has got Curtis does a tribute act. Does it take that, or is it all different singing?
I did a couple, to be fair. So take that. Boys Own Westlife.
Amazing.
And obviously the main man being Bubbly.
Nice.
That's why I've got these nice dulcet tones.
Dulcet tones. So Curtis is singing all next week in the City Chambers. So he's got a tribute act on all next week, which is so cool. I'm really sorry, guys, but somebody is revving
Somebody's
up their
gone
new
absolutely
motorbike in the
tonto.
background.
Tonto outside.
This, but so Curtis does a lot of singing, so I'm no surprised to like the sound of his voice. So here comes
Oh, here he comes.
Elvis.
For one
Elvis
night.
Is
And for one night only.
one night only. So, by the way, guys, this is he's deadly serious about this. If you're listening on Spotify, you need to jump out of YouTube about now to see what this idiot is going to be doing. I'm raging, right, because it's our awards night tomorrow. It's a big night for us, and he is going to be dressed like this. But this is him
genuinely
living
wearing
his dreams.
this?
Genuinely wearing it.
Oh my God.
And has been really angry at me all day because he's no got a red shirt. So exactly, I know.
Where would you even find one?
Well, he said he found one in Debenhams, and I think there's a Debenhams in Silverburn. But he's like, we're going to Silverburn tomorrow.
No, it's gone.
Is it?
It's gone. It's been gone for years.
Oh my God.
It's been gone for years, aye.
Right,
I mean, I think you've still got Debenhams and that up in Glasgow.
No, that shirt as well.
Is it? Oh, they must be all gone then.
Oh no.
It's, was it Big? I think it was Big Mike Ashley. No, that I bought over it all.
Ah, God knows. I don't even know where you would get one for that's no online.
This is a.
Oh, what do you really? You've got big white suit energy there. There's like no on the table.
You want to play rough? Okay. Say hello to my little friend. Zip.
I like the fact they made the zip noise for the Spotify listeners. Zip.
That is honestly hideous. It's pure cheap. I suppose you could probably see
Well,
it
for
the
next year, the
camera.
award ceremony, we'll go out and buy one. We'll buy a £100 suit, man. We'll look good together.
And it's polyester, see-through. I can actually see what colour of boxers you're wearing underneath it.
Love that for us.
I can't believe they've actually gave him a free tie.
What? What do you mean a free tie? It's part of the suit. It's just part of it, mate.
The fucking
The
suit's
suit, the
paper
tie is a
thin.
bit tacky, I'm not going to lie.
Aye.
The tie's tacky.
Look at that, mate. That's a bit fucking...
It's not even that, because this is the second one he's bought in the last few days because
Oh, that was way too big.
it was too big for him. But he's like, no, I like the big one because it will allow me to do some moves.
This is a fuss for me in the studio.
Oh, honestly.
First and last, probably.
Aye, because nobody would be that daft. So yes, by the time obviously this podcast comes out, he'll have
Somebody
had-
wants to sponsor the podcast, I'll wear this for the full month of January. No, the full month, I mean in the podcast for the full month.
Aye, so this is the suit. This is what I've been dreading for a really long time.
It's
But
been
you
that
know,
bad.
it's making them so happy, and that just makes it a wee bit easier to accept. Is that, you know, look at him, you're chuffed to bits.
Am I?
So I'm really excited for the awards night, and
So
I think you'll probably need to buy like a black shirt, although I don't think that'll look nice. I think probably like if anything,
the
maybe-
red one, obviously, and a Cuban cigar.
I know, but I'm just trying to think where do we actually go to get one.
And a hat.
Oh my
I need a
god!
fedora. A white fedora.
TK Maxx.
Oh, aye, probably. By the way, aye.
I think I'll find one tomorrow. Go get my
Yeah.
hair cut first thing in the morning. Go to the tune. Look a bit.
Aye, I think probably TK Maxx. Yeah, I think you probably will. So there you go. Right, anyways, I think that's us done for the week. But I hope, as we said at the start, you've all had a fab Christmas. We'll be back next week with a New Year episode.
Aye, so
We're talking all around about New Year's resolutions and stuff.
we've got to be doing for 2025.
That's correct. So thank yous.
See you
Bye-bye.
after. Good weight.
You look like you can't move your arm to wave.